There are different kinds of grace in the Bible. There is saving grace that brings people to salvation. So even your salvation, don't boast that it's your strength. It's God that showed you mercy. There is healing grace. It's on my life. That's what produces healing. I can't boast this. I'm a miracle worker. Who are you? How does touching people remove cancer? That's nonsense. You can't do that. It's like 30 people are raised from the dead in this one. Then we can as well put up an advert. Come ye, all ye that are dead, and we'll raise you up. No. Grace. Grace is the G factor. But there are different versions. It's multifaceted. 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 10 said, as any of you, every one of you have received gifts, whatever gift, because every gift you have is God's grace. How much did you pay for the beauty you have? How much did you pay for that musical talent? There are some people you meet that are really well built. There is this one you can acquire in the gym. I'm not talking about gym. There are some ladies you meet that are really well finished. You didn't have it in beauty, have it in intellect. You didn't have it in beauty, have it in morals, in character. Oh, the beauty of character, the beauty of the heart is better than physical beauty. Go and see a lot of pretty girls that are not married. Nobody's. Because beauty is only for marketing, to attract. It can't keep. Inner beauty keeps. Look at it. As every man has received the gift, even so minister the same one to another. Use whatever God has given you to serve him and to touch lives as good stewards of the manifold. See the word manifold. It's multidimensional grace of God. Grace is multidimensional. I carry about 7 types on my life, so I know. I didn't start with all of them. That's why James chapter 4 verse 7 says, he giveth more grace. You have this one, you can ask for more. Salvation is not all there is to this thing. So when it comes to sanctification, living godly, some people think it's just them struggling. I make all the promises. No, ask God. There is sanctifying grace. There is financial grace. And it brings prosperity. Things will just be happening. Do you know the one they call social grace? The one that makes people like you is called favor. Some of you, that's what you need. People just do things for you. They want to help you. You enjoy kindness. You draw goodness and kindness out of people. And some of those people can be mean too. Because you have the favor of God in your life. But this preserving grace is one of the greatest things people need who are living in the last days. Because of the kind of dangers everywhere. That one is about divine protection. No man can kill you. No witch is nothing. Success is grace plus work. Those who have grace must maximize it through work. If not, you are abusing the grace of God. Grace is free gift. Many a time it's not even merited. It's not deserved. It's just God's favor, God's mercy, God's kindness extended to you. If you are anointed, don't go around boasting that it's you. Always give God back the glory for what he does with you. Because it's called enabling grace, empowering grace, so you can do what God has called you to do. So that's why James said he giveth more grace. And the type of people he gives it are the people that are humble. Meekness will enable you to access more grace. If you get one and it gets to your head, you stop growing. Why God gives more grace to those who are humble, he resists the proud. grace of God is supernatural help, is supernatural assistance, is divine favor, is divine enablement. Is God doing for you what you cannot do for yourself? God adding his super on your natural, making it now supernatural. You do your part, he does his part. Okay, a good example of that, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 10, please. So that when we teach grace, it doesn't mean you become careless, you don't do your part. Look at it. But by the grace of God, why did he even say that? By the grace of God, I am who I am. The previous verses was saying, I'm not qualified to be an apostle. I used to persecute Christians. Saul of Tarsus. So, but by the grace of God, God still chose me and used I am who I am. He made him an apostle. He didn't qualify. He's not supposed to be if you are to go by human standard. But by the grace of God, I am who I am. Then look at what he said. And his grace, which was bestowed upon me, was not in vain. I didn't waste it, but I labored more abundantly than they all. He said, now that I know I'm not supposed to be here, and God showed me kindness, I'm going to beat Peter in ministry. I will beat John. I will bring more soul. I beat all the other apostles. I labored more than them all. You don't receive grace and waste it. You put it to use. God anoint you. You don't sit on the anointing. You start using it to help people. You don't get healing anointing. You're not using it to minister to the sick. As everyone has received any gift or any grace, use it to minister one to another. As good stewards of the manifold grace of God. As good stewards. Then I conclude with a thought. There is an aspect of grace that has never ceased to amaze me. I have found 7 things that can give people access to more grace. Humility is one of them. Giving is one of them. Giving. When the Bible said things like, give, it shall be given to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, shall men. Giving gives you favor with human beings. Everybody's complaining recession. What is recession? Grace supersedes any type of circumstance. It will single you out where other people are sinking, and you just be flying. It doesn't matter what is going on. That's why it's called the G factor. Marital grace. A person that has it will marry before the beauty queen. It's amazing how these things work. The girl that has it will marry, finish having child. You see the most pretty girl still walking around. There is grace for business, the Akanchawa grace. Not because you are the first to go to China. It's not like because you are the first Nigerian to approach the company, but you are the one that gave the deal, the franchise. They call it the Midas touch. Any thing the guy touches. Now, we should work hard in life, but you need the G factor.